I accidentally made them huge a minute ago.
Yeah.
And so when I was trying to scale them down, I couldn't find the right size. So I don't know if they're actually the right size now, but I can't be honest.
Well, we can read them.
There's no scale reset button, so
Yeah. All right. So there you are. Imya is being shepherded away by the tentacle monster, and it's pushed you back to the edge of the tunnel. What are Isaiah and Jacob doing?
Oops, that's not what to do. I don't know, what are we doing? Jacob, how do you feel about the situation?
Fred is like, holy fuck.
Yeah, they're saying great.
What do we do?
yeah. I don't know.
Fred has this look on his face that he's realized he's been relying on Darren's stupid decisions for a very long time now. and no one has stepped up to fill that void.
So before I run out of my fatigue points, I'm gonna tell the tentacle monster, I might not have enough energy to talk to you for long, so once that happens, you'll need to give me some time to rest.
Okay. It ushers you into one of the cages.
I'm going to start backing out of the room.
Yeah, how many cages are left? Open or free?
There's just 2 cages. One has the girl. The other one was empty.
Okay.
So
I'm guessing it's the empty
one.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Do you have the instrument? It asks Imya.
Last session, you wanted to take me for my stories.
Yeah, but he's asking.
Well, I don't have instruments with me, but I do know some ritualistic choreography.
Well, that sounds interesting, it says. I'm always interested in these things. I will give you fish in exchange for stories, and whatever else you can do.
I'll start as soon as I've recovered my energy to speak with you.
Alright. It just seems to... It's sitting relatively near the cages, but it's receded a bit. Meanwhile, at the tunnel entrance...
It's sitting near the cages, yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of half back towards the water, but it's still near the cages.
Okay.
It's quite large.
I don't see any skills based on instruments.
There's music, I think.
Is that what I'm missing? Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Each instrument
it's literally called musical instrument.
Yeah.
I was looking for the word instrument under I because I thought it would be that. But
can I roll observation, see if I see anything that could help me tactically, or help us tactically?
Sure.
Alright, let's roll. Hope it goes well.
I probably should roll it for you, but...
That's a 7. Can I just take my roll?
Yeah, that's
Thank
fine.
you. That's a success by 9.
Okay. Oh, really the only thing you see that looks like a valid target where it might hurt it is its eyes, which are rather large and pale and yellow.
Okay, how many other do I see?
2 that you see.
Okay.
If it has other eyes, they might be closed or something. It's hard to say. It definitely isn't like an octopus, though. It has a large central kind of flabby mass with the tentacles coming out of it.
Okay.
It looks almost like a whale with blubber type situation.
Yeah.
Firing your gun to it was not super effective. But the eye, perhaps.
Jeff? Jeff? You there?
Hmm?
How
So,
much do you know about this thing? How many eyes has it got? Just the two or more or what? 'Cause you seem fairly familiar with it last time I spoke to you.
I mean, I've seen its kind before, but they do differ, he says.
Right.
Get his name? Her name? I don't know.
No, did not get its name.
These things do have genders, but it's impossible to tell unless you're one of them, I guess.
Alright. Alright.
This one, they're known for having obsessions, and this one seems obsessed with, I don't know,
Us.
music.
Alright then. Thank you.
However, sometimes they get tired of their obsession. Usually it takes years, though.
Alright, thank you for that. That is helpful, I guess.
Yeah, once you're not able to it anymore, you or possibly dinner, is what I heard, he says.
Oh, good. Heard of who? Actually, no, I'll come back to that. I got more pressing issues at the moment. Alright then. Thank you. So,
Anyway, you should ask its name.
yeah, I can actually talk to it.
Well, it's not my problem. I'm an eye, not an ear.
Oh, man. Alright. So, fellas, just spoke to Jeff, and he said that we should probably ask it its name, and he doesn't really know if there's much we can do against it right now. But we did have a look, and it looks like the only place we can hurt it is its eyes.
Jeff says, really, the best way is to find it something else it can obsess over. Or, try to kill it. Shrug.
It shrugs.
It's
How's
weird.
it shrug?
No, it says the word
Weird
shrug.
to have your eyes shrug. It comes
No,
up.
it doesn't shrug, it just says the word shrug.
It comes across kind of as a big wink.
Alright, so, Jeff has just corrected me, 'cause apparently I'm an idiot. And, really, we need to find it something else to obsess over.
Well,
Now I think I know why that chest was here.
well, it's to try and have something for it to obsess over.
Uh-huh.
Suppose we should probably figure out a way into that thing then.
Yeah. That means leaving Emmy down here, and we need to make sure that he's got enough material to survive down here to maintain that monster's attention.
Does Imya have a light source?
No, he doesn't.
There is a little bit of glowing fungus in here, so you can, see your fingertips and stuff, but it's not exactly brightly lit.
All right.
The
I'm
thing
just gonna-
drops you a fish. By cage. Yeah, it's a good sized fish, like 15 pounds.
Ooh, fuck. Okay.
Damn.
So he wants to look at the other cage. Does he recognize the person in there?
It's the niece.
Shit. So he can't leave on his own then.
I mean, you can.
She looks tired and haggard. She looks like she's been playing her lute for a really long time, and her fingers are bleeding. You can barely make it out in the darkness. She says, "Please, tell it a story so I can stop. It's been making me play for days."
I'll need a few minutes. I'll try to recover my energy as fast as I can.
Alright. But you don't have that skill, or did you invest in it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you should. Do you have the points?
Yeah, I thought I needed some sort of training towards it though.
Do a quick check. While you're looking that up, meanwhile, Isaiah and Fred are still standing in the tunnel mouth.
Your magic friend, the old man. What was his name? Barnabas, yeah?
I believe so, yeah.
How
The
good
knowledge
is...
guys, friend,
Oh, yes, I assume so.
told me he was working on something called an encyclopedia the other day.
Would I say? Know what that is? He's not exactly an idiot. He grew up very
No,
quickly.
he would.
Is that like a bicycle book?
An encyclopedia. Right, Fred. Yeah, no, not right now. We'll cover that later. Right.
No, I do have a
I'm just telling you, he's.
half decent intelligence. That was just me.
I'm just telling you, he's slightly crazy. Like that. That is a crazy idea, right? Like trying to write everything down. It's just wow.
I mean, if he's got the time and resources for it, then fucking let him do what he wants. Anyway, do you think he'd be able to get that chest open and then lock it again in such a way that that thing couldn't get into it?
I mean, if anyone would know, it'd be him or Crassus. That's right.
Yeah, well, Crassus fucked off, didn't he? He's a fucking turncoat.
Fred shrugs.
Weird question, though, because I'm a bit confused. So there's a writing skill, but there's not a reading skill? Is that just lumped together?
This skill
No.
thing.
On your tech level / culture as to whether a written language, like in Imia's case, they just don't have a written language.
Okay.
In Darren's case, he doesn't know how to read, but that was worth a disadvantage, right?
Oh, okay, that was a disadvantage. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So if
I thought it was just that he didn't have a skill for it. I wasn't.
if there's a society, if the society generally has reading and writing, then everyone has it by default, but you can take it as a disadvantage.
Okay.
If no one has it by default and it's like a special thing, then yeah, reading and writing would be a skill that some people have, but only some of them.
Yeah, like, for instance, Isaiah has the writing skill, just because sometimes he does do fine writing, or he has had to.
I've got it purely because he needs it to do contracts and stuff, because of the bounty hunter bot.
Yes, yeah. I think there is a speed reading skill for reading, but not just reading, though.
Combine that with photographic memory.
Yeah, Crassus, nearly.
Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what he does.
Yeah, there is literally a speed reading skill.
Yeah, there we go.
So,
I think that we need to get that chest back up top. Get it to one of them two, if Crassus is back or not. Get that thing open. Find out what's in there. Put something worthwhile in there. And then lock it again in such a manner that thing can't open it. And then,
maybe that could be its obsession, trying to open it.
Exactly. But I think we're gonna need to bluff our way into his lair, though, somehow. Does that make sense to both of you?
Yeah, well, we could say we're giving it a gift as a thank you for sparing us, I guess.
I don't know. Maybe we see what's in it.
Exactly. I want to know what's in there as well. That's why I said
Yeah,
get it open first.
if we get it open first and then put something else in it and close it and do the special lock or whatever,
maybe
we can say that we're giving him a gift as a thank you for sparing us or something. I don't know.
Well, if we put like a music box or something in there as well.
Oh, slightly off topic. If you liked that piece of Blades in the Dark where... Oh, shit. Never mind. GURPS actually has rules for burning fatigue coins to put in extra effort.
Okay.
Oh,
just, you know.
Similar to how Blades has like the taking stress to put extra effort.
Yeah, similar to that.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, so, however, this thing does weigh about 50 pounds, and you'll have to carry it a long way.
Yeah, but there's three of us, so it's fine.
Yeah, I assume that two of you do it, and one person.
We'll sort of carry it as a two, and then every now and again, if we start getting a bit weary on it, we'll swap one of us out or something.
Yeah. I figure that's what they're doing. It's still, however, fucking exhausting.
Oh yeah.
who has fit or very fit?
Fred.
I have fit. I was about to say, me and Fred have basic fit. Well, I have basic fit. I think he has very, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred's very fit.
Yeah, Isaiah
I've
isn't
got
either.
no fit.
Okay. Isaiah, you have the toughest time with this.
That's fine.
I'm not going to roll this because eventually you're going to get the box to the fucking surface. It's
Yeah.
There's no point, but
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
It
we'll
might just
take
take
It
a
is
breaks
while.
if we need
particularly
to.
exhausting for Isaiah. I'm going to say you do get it there after a couple hours of heaving and hoeing
Mm-hmm.
and taking breaks.
Yes. Okay, so we get it to the surface,
Yeah.
yeah?
His whiskey flask at one point.
Yeah, Isaiah smokes like a chimney when he's not carrying.
Yeah.
Doesn't help much, but
Jacob's just
Eventually
walking
you
along
get it
with a
into the
cigar sticking
cavern,
out of his mouth.
but you still got the lake in between you.
so I was hoping we wouldn't have to do that.
Fred's like, maybe we should bring them here, because he looks at the water.
Yeah, if one of them boats goes over, I do not want to be diving in there to get that chest.
No, he says, me either.
Well, the
You know,
only thing I
Since
can
I don't know how to swim and all.
I think
Yeah,
the only thing I can think of is we put the chest in the boat and one takes it across.
yeah, no, I think that's a bad idea. I think we should just bring
Yeah,
them down.
no, I agree it's a bad idea, but it's the only thing I can think of. So I think your idea is better in this situation.
Yeah, I think Fred's got the right idea. We'll bring one of them down here.
Yeah.
I'm sure Barnabas will come look at something so interesting. Crassus is a sucker for that shit too, says Fred.
Alright then.
Yeah, they do seem to be.
I've got no idea. I've only met them once or twice.
So what do we do with the chest then? One of us is going to have to go and get them.
Yeah, alright, who wants to go get them? Any volunteers?
Fred eyes the view.
I guess
Okay.
I can, because if I go in, I can swim at least.
Guard the chest, says Fred.
I can also swim if you would rather stay here and guard. I think it's better to have the firearms guarding it, to be honest.
Alright then, you go do that.
Fred has you push the chest over towards the wall where he can kind of use it as cover if he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I will get in the boat and go across.
Do either of you have boating or anything related to that?
So I'm not going. I'm there with Fred.
Where's B? I have basic boating.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll work. It's a bit-
Unpowered, right? That is the one I'm supposed to have.
Which one?
Unpowered.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'd got the right one, because otherwise that would be like if I'd have accidentally put powered in
Like
ages ago.
differences between kayaks and canoes, but on a basic level, they're not that significant.
Can I
So yeah,
roll,
I do.
Can I roll a
Sorry,
leadership roll to give him +1 if he accepts Isaiah as the leader?
I mean, at this point, he doesn't really care who leads whatever.
Possibly.
He knows he's more of the weird utility guy that people don't expect.
Man, go ahead and make a roll. We'll see if you're shouting useless instructions at him helps.
It doesn't. That's a failure by 1.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Wait,
make
hang
your
on.
boating.
No, sorry, that's success by 2. Yeah, leadership for 13, thoughts at 11.
What are you yelling? Like, no, left, right,
Yeah,
no.
put your back into it, son. Go a bit more straight.
Stroke.
Basically, there we go.
Make a boating roll.
So that's 6 plus 7 is 13. Boating is 14, and I got a +1 from that, so success by 2.
Alright. Yeah, you have no problems, and you feel like next time you do this in game terms, you probably wouldn't need to roll for it, since you've been back and forth. You have this down now.
Yeah, there's no tide on this lake, is there? So, no waves or anything.
Nope. No, it's pretty simple. It's just dangerous if you have no idea what the fuck you're doing.
Right, and then I will head up to the surface and head back to town to go and try and find Barnabas.
Alright.
And Crassus if he's around.
The town seems quiet to you. there's not much happening on the streets, although it looks like the bars are full.
Does
Seems
Jacob
like
know where Barnabas lives? Sorry. Does Jacob know where Barnabas lives?
I don't know. Jacob would have to try to remember if he knows that or not.
I don't think he came with us.
I don't believe he came with.
Isaiah would have.
I'm pretty sure the time he met Barnabas was at the house.
Yeah, I think that's true.
He hasn't been with us since, so would Isaiah have been able to tell him where he lived before he left?
I mean, he didn't, so...
Okay, that's fair enough, just, asking.
However, he does know where the sheriff's office is and whatnot.
I know where the sheriff is, so I can ask him.
Yeah, no, it's just, want to ask, don't ask, don't get, and all that, so...
Yeah. You could probably ask anywhere in town, because it's not a huge town.
No, it's 3 streets.
Yeah, I will head to the sheriff's office. And
the sheriff is inside talking to some of the cattle ranchers who are furious. He looks extremely frustrated, like they've been here a while. And finally sees you and says, I have some work I have to take care of. I will talk to you people later. Now, please get out of my office. They angrily look at you and then leave.
Yeah, I just sort of stand there and hand on hilts.
The sheriff looks unusually stressed, even in your short time of dealing with him. He usually has kind of a got no fucks left attitude, but he looks actually worn out right now.
Yeah. I will sort of see him sat there and pull a cigar out and hand it to him.
He nods his thanks and cuts the end off and lights it. This has not been the best week to be sheriff of this town, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't know that.
Yeah. It's just like those guys refused to understand that if they didn't give up their, herds, that we were all gonna die. Like,
Some people
I've tried to convince them that this is the truth because it is true.
Some people just aren't willing to accept the truth.
I mean, I understand that it's hard and that they lost their livelihoods and, that sucks, but it's better than death, he says.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do, though. Shakes his head. I'm not sure what other jobs could come up for us.
I'm sure they could farm something else.
Possibly. Tobacco's been broached, he says. Tobacco's been broached. I don't know if it'll grow well here, but
it's worth a shot.
I've gone over. I'm gonna talk to the chief out on the what the hell's the Kiowa? It's like I have a meeting set up with the Kiowa chief to see if they have any ideas on how to make use of the land.
Well, at least that might help. Relieve some of the stress on you.
I mean, it's their fucking land, he says. Mostly. If anyone knows how to live off it, it'll be them.
Oh, yeah. It does tend to mean, they do tend to be the best people to turn to.
And I do have an ace in the hole, he says.
Oh?
Well, if they're starting to see war parties come down from the north, they'll attack us or the Kiowa, he says.
Ah.
Anthony, who was it we decided that was? Was it the Sioux?
The Kenya.
Okay. Yeah, there are actual war parties out and about, he says, and I suspect that their people could use our help with that much, at least.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to wait till that comes up.
Yeah.
Strange question.
You see some people lining up at his door.
I'll just look at. There's people waiting, so I'll do my best to take my time. You wouldn't happen to know if Barnabas or Crassus are around, would you?
They're both around. He takes out a map. He shows you where Barnabas' offices.
Mhm.
Crassus lives over here, he says, pointing at another area.
Okay. I will sort of make a mental note of that.
Yeah, as long as you can read a map, you're fine.
Yeah, I've got navigation.
So yeah, no, you can find this without a problem. I mean,
Do you
if
need
you get fucking
navigation or
lost,
cartography?
Cartography is making maps.
Okay.
anyway.
But yeah, I will sort of make a mental note of that and just stop and light a cigar and just. I can see you've been stressed out with the amount of people, so I'll take my time. Keep them out there for a bit.
Thanks, he says. They're all here to bitch about something or another.
And I'll just sort of sit there and have a smoke with him and, shoot the shit for a bit.
He pulls out a flask and offers you some.
I'm okay, thank you.
I'm just gonna have a little, he says.
And then downs the whole thing.
No, sure does. Drink much and puts it away. It's like, I got no answers for these people.
Well, unfortunately, some people aren't willing to take that as an answer.
I don't even have a safe place to send them, he says.
Well, I guess that's the first thing on the list, I guess.
Are they gonna go? War parties to the north. Crazy cattle guy all around here. Even crazier shit down south. We haven't even heard from the east in a while now, he says. I'm starting to get worried.
Yeah, it does certainly feel like we might be getting a bit surrounded.
Let's keep this under your hat, but yeah, we're not getting supplies from the east like we were. Watch, the hardware store and the general store are gonna start running out of supplies, he says.
Yeah, hopefully we can figure out a way to reopen that route.
We have the money to buy stuff, we just
don't have the trade route.
Yeah. And none of these, I guess you didn't meet Phylon, did you?
Did I meet Phylon? I don't remember.
I don't think you did.
I don't think so. It's like we've got Phylon and those other crazy assholes to the south. They're going to be coming back north too.
Oh god. Oh, there's so much shit.
Those zombies you blew up, that was a good thing, but it's not going to be forever till they build that back up again. And now that pass is gone, he says.
Yeah. I
sent someone to have a look. It's true. It's just flat land now.
Yeah. It still might take a while.
I hope so, he says. Anyway, what you looking for Barnabas for?
Oh, we found a weird magical lock thing on a chest. Trying to figure out if we can have him let's see if we can get him to figure out how to open it.
Well, yeah, those would be the people to ask, he says.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is he really just that blasé when he sent us to go and find his niece and nephew?
No, he's
I was thinking the same thing.
And that he's just kind of trying to just calm his mind down. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Alright.
Yeah, he's
That's partly why I hadn't brought it up, because I knew it would just stress him out more.
No, he does finally ask whether, this is related to his niece and nephew.
Sort of, yeah. Who was it that Darren was with? It was Bob?
Yeah, Bob.
Samurai Bob.
Yeah. So, Darren and Bob said they're in pursuit of your nephew. They found where he went. They've gone after him. Haven't heard back from him yet, unfortunately. But that was last night, if I remember rightly. Was it last night in-game wise? Or this morning in-game wise?
Last night.
Last night, I think.
Yeah, last night.
So So that was last night, so I can understand not hearing back from him just yet. As for your niece, we have found her. She is alive, but she is currently being held captive. We are trying to work a way to get her out, which is why we need this chest figured out.
Huh. Says, well, that's some progress, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Barnabas should be home. At this point, it's like evening.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he has dinner at my inn and then goes home.
Yeah. I'll head up to his place and see if he's there first.
I let him eat free in exchange for services rendered.
Yeah. I'll see if I can. I'll head up to his place first, see if he's there.
Alright. Is that what you do?
Yeah, and I'll keep you updated on what's going on. Tip my hat and get up and walk out.
He nods and sighs as the next person comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You hear her start yelling at him.
As I get out there,
She asks if she can see his manager.
Okay, calm down.
as I get out there, I'm just sort of going to stand there and like, how many people are there out there roughly?
Right now, about 12.
Okay. Can I sit there and, well, I say sit there, stand there and just sort of look at everyone, just be like, okay, right. Everyone needs to be civil about this, about what's going on in there.
Fuck civility, I lost my livelihood. How am I gonna buy food?
Figure out a new livelihood.
Well, fuck you, man. The whole group turns on you.
Now, this is where I have a request for a role.
Okay.
Can I roll public speaking?
Yes. What are you trying to accomplish with your public speaking?
To at least calm the crowd.
Right. Keep in mind this roll would have been easier if you hadn't just pissed them off.
Fair enough. So, where is it? I saw it a second ago. There it is. Success by 2.
They stop gathering stones to throw at you. They tell you to just fuck off. But they seem to have lost their interest in potentially hurting you.
Yeah. He just sort of walks away and just flips, like just pulls a knife out and just starts flipping it as he walks away.
Alright. Do you head to Barnabas's?
Yeah.
Alright. He's there. His apparently servant lets you in.
Thank you very much.
The servant's name is not Jeff, but it's also unimportant, so we'll just move on.
He also
It's
wouldn't know
Jess.
the name, so
It's Jess. Yeah?
no, it's Goef.
Jack.
Yeah, he's Goef.
Anyway, he ushers you into the library.
I will go and
after seeing your badge, as long as you have the badge showing.
Yeah.
Apparently Barnabas is on call for people with badges. Barnabas looks up when you come in.
I will just sort of take a seat, assuming there's chairs.
Hello, he says. What brings you here?
We have found a peculiar item I was hoping you might come and have a look at.
I realize you probably have an explanation, but why couldn't you bring it here?
It's a rather large, unwieldy item. A rather heavy chest with what seems to be a magical lock.
Don't suppose you wrote down what it looks like, or he pulls out a sheet of paper.
He would be able to remember what it looks like.
Yeah, you
He only saw it about an hour ago.
Yeah, I mean, I could look at some kanji and not know what the fuck it means an hour from now, but
yeah.
You have some idea of the gist of what it looked like.
I will sort of draw what I can from memory.
Yeah, that's definitely that ancient language, he says, that Crassus and I have been working on learning. Your lines are a little off, so it's kind of hard to tell what it says, but...
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to draw from memory. There seems to be a large, I want to say tentacle monster type thing, that has the sheriff's niece.
He blinks.
And I will sit there and just go, 1 second, and
Can you describe this?
I will try and draw out the tentacle monster.
Do you have drawing or anything like that?
I have writing? Is there a drawing skill?
Yes, there is.
Sure. They are wholly different disciplines.
I don't see
things artist.
You can make it at minus, obviously.
Things IQ
based. Oh yeah, artist is a thing. It's IQ based.
Yep.
So it would just be IQ
-4.
-4. Okay. So I need
Unless you have some sort of similar related skill.
I have writing, if that would help.
It doesn't hurt, but it's not going to help you that much.
Okay. So I'm just rolling straight IQ and with whatever, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Just make me an IQ roll.
That is a terrible drawing.
Ooh, that's a critical.
He's like,
I snapped the pencil. I pressed too hard and the pencil snaps.
He's like, what? You've drawn, but your drawing looks kind of like a bagpipe.
Does Jacob know what that is?
Possibly, but probably not. He sort of looks at it and just goes, yeah, I'll admit, I was a little distracted by being very intimidated by a large tentacle monster pushing me out of the room.
He shrugs.
So, at the moment, the underground lake in the caverns, the chest is on the other side, as it was very difficult to even get to that point with it.
I suppose, how much does it weigh? He says, what are the dimensions?
Matt doesn't know them, but I'm assuming he might have an idea.
You can make a
rough guess.
Rough guess of it, yeah.
It's 50 pounds, you know that much at least.
Yeah, I was about to say, no, he knows it weighs a lot. So he's just, I don't know, roughly 50 pounds, about yay big, and just sort of motions with his hands in the rough size of it.
Oh, I see, he says. Alright, I've uploaded your drawing. Okay.
As soon as you said I've uploaded your drawing, I was sat here thinking it's going to look like a 2-year-old drawing, isn't it? I think the worst part is if it was like, if I'd made a character that was me, I already have a drawing that's pretty perfect for it done. Like, 1 second, let me get it out. You'll have to ignore the tree, but... right, 1 second. This is basically just a giant octopus, but... I mean, it could work.
It's not totally an octopus-like, it's just that its central mass is just like a big, baggy blob.
Yeah.
It has more tentacles than an octopus.
This was from a tattoo design I'm doing for a friend.
And they're kind of here and there. They're not necessarily symmetrical.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's like a tattoo design I'm still doing for a friend. Still a work in progress, but
It's not wholly unlike that.
there's no tree.
No tree, and it's fatter.
Yeah, but it's like me as Matt, I could draw an octopus. It's just...
Barnabas goes through his bookshelf and pulls out a book and shows you something that looks pretty like the monster.
Yeah, like that.
Well,
sorry, I was. Yeah, I'll admit I didn't really stop to take in the details.
yeah, these things are dangerous, he says, but they don't just go around killing people usually.
No, it does seem to be obsessed with. Well, she had a musical instrument, and in a cage and was playing. So, I'm guessing he's just keeping her there to play music.
If it's one of the artsy ones, then yeah, they feed off human creativity, he says.
Oh, great. So it's going to be
not going to give that up lightly.
Yeah.
You're essentially trying to steal its food.
Yeah. Have you got any ideas?
We can take a look at this chest, he says, getting his jacket.
If you wouldn't mind. Do you reckon stopping by Crassus along the way would be beneficial?
I mean, he does know more about that language than anyone else that I know, he says.
Okay, well, I guess we'll stop by.
He's shared a lot of it with me, but I think he's delved into some things maybe he's not talking to me about, he says with a dark look.
Yeah, I guess we stop by and see if he'll come and help us as well.
There are certain magics no one should touch, he says.
Well, I haven't touched any, so... Well, I suppose these count. He just sort of looks down at the knives. That's as far as I've gone.
Crassus is home. He's reading a book out on his porch.
Just sort of approach and just, Crassus.
He says.
We could use your help.
I've never heard that one before, he says, rolling his eyes.
What an awesome.
Yeah, well... I sort of just turned to Barnabas and just... You're probably going to explain this better than I am.
Yeah, he leaves you to just describe the chest more, but yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, I'll let Barnabas explain as much as he can of the situation.
What are you going to do with what's inside, he says.
Well, we don't know yet, because we don't know what it is.
You can see... Actually, make me a body language roll.
Oh, well, I'm not great at that, and my rolls tonight haven't been great.
That's
so.
fine. You might pick up on something, you might not.
Where's body language? Success by 1. Hey!
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah, he's trying to hide it, but you can just kind of tell he's trying to not show how greedy he feels at this point.
Yeah. He's just like, well, until we get it open, we won't know what we're doing with it.
If it's something I can use, can I have it? If I help open it.
Well, we could discuss that once we figure out what it is.
Where's that Darren asshole, he says.
Well, he jumped down a hole into a flowing river underground.
He looks delighted.
I hate him even more.
He smiles like an actual, genuine fucking smile.
Oh, well, fuck him then.
Barnabas just shakes his head. Alright, well, where is it?
The underground cavern with the lake. It's on the other side of the lake, because it was not exactly easy to even get to that point. So, getting it across the lake would have been.
Normally I'd say no, but you've made me so happy that I'm going to come with you.
Appreciate that.
Man, what a fitting end for Darren, he says. Drown down some backwater hole.
Well, I can't say for definite that he drowned, but it is likely.
People who jump into underground rivers often experience a bad day, he says.
Yeah, well, it did look like it had quite a strong current.
He chortles.
He's coming back just to kill Crassus.
It's the final step of Darren Quest.
The two of them follow you back to the cave.
And I will sort of just help with boating across and whatnot.
Crassus has a horse and a pack pony.
Mhm.
Just in case we need to carry stuff, he says.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Then we head
Make
back.
it back to the underground river without any real problems.
Alright. I guess we go across.
Yep. Turns out Crassus actually knows how to row a boat.
I mean, at this point, I'm starting to question what he doesn't know.
Oh, there's lots
other
he
than that
doesn't
Darren's
know.
alive.
He has a lot of 1-point skills in survival things. His work before this was excavating underground things and trying to understand them.
Yeah.
So he has, survival skills, climbing, boating, things like that.
Yeah.
Swimming.
I have most of those as a 1-point skill.
Yeah, exactly.
Swimming's a 1-point. Survival planes is a 1-point.
Yep.
Boating and climbing are both a 1-point.
Yeah, I've
There's
got
a lot
both
of
these at
worth.
1 point.
There's a lot of worth in picking up a smattering of 1-point skills like that.
Yeah, I've got
Right.
Fishing, knot tying.
survival is 1 point. Writing 1 point. Swimming is summer. It's 1 point.
You do not have a hard time boating back across between the both of you knowing how to actually boat. Crassus. But Barnabas doesn't actually help, he just kind of sits in the middle.
He just sits in the middle. Stroke. Stroke. Stroke.
I have been in the underground some, he confides, but I do not like the water much.
I'm not a huge fan of it myself. Especially considering one of his quirks is that he dislikes boats.
Alright, you arrive at the shore, and Fred and Isaiah are still sitting here doing nothing.
Does Jeff catch sight of them before they arrive or not?
Who? What?
Jeff.
Oh, sure.
Jeff the eye.
Yeah. Quick question about his eye, actually, because I'm curious.
Yeah.
When it's closed, does it just look like there's nothing there,
Looks
or
like a
is it just?
It looks like a
Does
scar
it just
on
look
the
like a?
It looks like a scar or maybe a tattoo of some sort.
Okay. I was just curious because I thought it'd be funny if there was nothing there and all of a sudden his skin just parts and there's an eye.
forehead.
I mean, Jeff noted them from their heat signature.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
What-
they're on their way
what-
back now.
What do you want? Says Jeff.
Oh, it's just, wandering.
Looks like you're friends to me, he says.
Thank you. Yeah, Fred, they're on their way back now.
He nods. Looking, this is boring, he says.
Yes, it is. I hate waiting around. I hope Emmy's doing alright.
Yeah, maybe I
Smash cut to him, yeah.
should go take a look at that while you wait here. He says. I don't know.
I mean,
I hate to split the up, but I am a little worried about him.
yeah, I don't really want you getting caught. You're gonna have to get a hell of a lot closer than what I am. So,
True.
I think we should just wait for now.
Alright, well, hours later, they arrive.
Wait, if we have a moment, can Isaiah talk to Jeff?
You can, yeah.
Jeff, you there? Bud? Around?
I mean, I'm always here. So I just nap sometimes, he says.
Alright, well, I apologize if I woke you up.
What do
But
you want, human friend?
first of all, I do have a name. It is Isaiah. If we're gonna be spending a lot of time together, which I assume we will, then could you please learn it? Use that?
I mean, do you name your horse, it says?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, well, you can have a name if you want then.
Thank you, Isaiah. Anyway, when we was talking before about maybe enhancing this vision that you's giving me, lending me, I don't know. You said that you would need something from me. What exactly is that you was gonna need?
I need control of your body sometimes, he says.
Right, to do what exactly?
Well, in this case, I'll be literally growing things like nerves and stuff into your brain. I have
Right,
to make changes to it at a cellular level, he says.
right, and what exactly does that mean for me?
It means that sometimes you will just be in the background, like I seem to you.
When you say sometimes, how often we talking about?
I'm sure we could work something out, he says.
Well, like you asking my permission first?
I mean, yes, I have to have your permission to do this, he says. At least the first time.
I mean, you taking control. Not the growing shit, but if I was in the background.
Mm-hmm.
What happened there? Would you have to ask permission to do that or not?
I mean, the first time, he says.
What is that you would do with my body?
Oh, I got my dreams.
Care to share them? Or kinda in my head?
I am a big boxing fan, he says.
Okay.
Also, I miss the ladies, he says.
Well, that I can understand. So when you say you're a
And
boxing fan, would you want to compete or just watch?
I'd want to compete, he says.
Right. Okay.
I don't know, sometimes I just want trivial little things like to get drunk, man.
Right.
I have to experience all these things through my host, so it's, think of give and take. I give you some things, but I need other things.
Alright, I mean, I guess we could come to some sort of agreement.
Alright.
That don't sound too bad. Bit of entertainment, and then a bit more entertainment, if you catch my drift. And then some drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Don't sound too bad.
I'm tempted to have you write this guy up as a character and then play them as alternating personality.
I can do that.
You want to give it a shot? Go for
Maybe. Maybe we'll discuss it.
it.
Alright, maybe.
Alright, you arrive back at the chest. Barnabas and Crassus take a look at it. Yeah, this is the same kind of writing. This one says something like open in case of emergency only.
Well, we're currently missing Ilya and the sheriff's niece, so I'd say this is an emergency.
Crassus kind of pokes at it, and some sparks jump off and hit him, and he kind of jumps. It's not just it's definitely a magical lock. He says.
Yeah, no, I've already put some picks in there, and I thought I had the mechanism, but then it did not
Where's it?
open. So
Where's it?
what?
Where is Inye, he says?
He's kinda in a cage. Down that way. Point down the tunnel.
Thanks. What? He says. You can
Emiya?
give him a quick explanation if you wish.
Yeah, Emiya's kinda in a cage. Being held by some tentacle monster. And I do believe that he is giving him some stars or some shit.
Oh, he says.
Yeah, and the sheriff's niece can't be held as well.
Oh, he says.
Yeah, so we need both of them out.
But not Darren, right?
No, apparently Floyd jumped down a fucking hole in the ground.
He smiles. Perfect place for him, he says.
I mean, he was an asshole, but does he really deserve that?
And more. And more, says Crassus.
I take it to you and he didn't exactly get on then. I had a
No.
feeling that in later life he'd rub some people the wrong way.
Some people. Crassus just laughs.
I mean,
Barnabas said.
I met him during the war, alright? You know, I don't know what the fuck he's like outside of there.
Insane?
Right, okay.
Crassus and Barnabas sit down and kind of talk together about the lock. If anyone wants to join them, you can, but they're talking about magic stuff.
Can I attempt to overhear them? For Jeff, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. What, we're rolling perception?
Sure.
That's 12. That's a success by 4.
Yeah. I mean, they're talking about whether, like, it should be dispelled or whether another spell.
So, look, I personally don't care. It's more so that
Yeah.
Jeff can listen, just in case he's interested. Trying to keeping his good books, basically.
Yeah. All right. They chat for a while, and then they seem to figure it out. And Crassus says some words while touching it, and the runes go really bright, and then they go out, and you hear like a click as it unlocks. And we're going to take a quick break if you don't object.
No, go for it.
I unfortunately may have to leave.
Okay.
Because my mother is calling me, and the last time she called me this late, it took a while.
Okay.
So
All right, no worries.
I might be back. I don't know how long I'll be.
All right.
So,
We're planning on Wednesday as well.
Mm-hmm.
okay. I mean, you can carry on without me if you want. I will possibly be back. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll carry on. This part's all kind of in the same area anyway. I don't think you're going to miss, like, too much.
Okay. But yeah, I will just
Okay.
disappear out of the game, and I'll disconnect from the call. I'll rejoin when I'm back. If you're still going at that point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully,
Good luck.
too long, but
I'm going
yeah,
to
it's just like
step away.
I've just said I'll call her back in a second, so I'll explain it at least. She recently went to the doctor's because she's been having.
By the way, just in case matters to you.
No, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
It's being streamed.
Okay.
She recently went back to the doctor's. Can you remember how I mentioned like she fell down the stairs a while back and damaged her coccyx?
Yep.
During that fall, it turns out she has actually slightly damaged her spinal cord.
Ooh.
And is starting to lose mobility in her legs.
Ooh, okay.
She went back earlier today, so I'm assuming that's what she's calling me about.
Okay.
But the doctor said the last time she went, which was last week, that she was not only starting to lose mobility in her legs, but she was starting to lose muscle density in her legs.
Yep, okay.
So it may get to a point where her legs are completely useless.
Yeah.
So hopefully it doesn't come to that, and hopefully there's something they can do, but I guess I'll find out what's going on today. So I'll be back at some point. if you're finished by then, I'll let people know what's going on.
Okay.
I will speak to you soon, I guess.
In a bit.
Bye.
See, I really hope that you RP Imya's stories, Anthony.
I do have one. That's if he lets me.
Don't see why not.
Mm,
God.
I didn't check if he could still understand Imya without the spell on.
I don't think so. But then again,
Neither do I.
yeah, I don't know. It's great. So HR doesn't know if we're still going to work or not.
Oh no.
So good thing I got this week off.
It could be a fact that like birds, some birds can understand human speech, but since they don't have the vocal cords for it.
True. Maybe you just need to start whistling at it instead. Just go tweet tweet. Come on. Tentacle monster, tweet tweet. Tweet tweet. Oh dear.
I need lend energy before I can get recover energy. It's easy, so it's gonna start at my IQ level, so I'm already gonna get the bonus from it.
Nice.
Mm, oh no, it's special.
What special? Sorry, don't know what's special.
Re- recover energy is special.
Okay. What
Uh,
does that mean?
I don't know. I'm gonna look at the thing. Does it tell me where does it start?
I've got no idea. I have not looked at the magic, so I haven't made a magic character.
A mage who learns this at uh, a skill of 15 or higher gets one fatigue point every 5 minutes. It doesn't say how it's set. Where's the skill stuff?
I don't know if you roll for it. It just happens.
It just happens.
I think so.
You can roll for it if to once you're lower than that though.
Okay.
I wouldn't make people roll for that.
Fair enough.
It's just kind of it's like meditation or whatever, you know.
Where's this?
I might make you roll if, say, someone attacked you while you were doing it, but honestly, you'd probably just lose it.
Mhm.
Kind of hard to meditate when people are swinging at you.
So you got Darren fucking having a conversation. Because you know that would happen if he was still here and Isaiah was trying to meditate. He'd do it just to be a cunt.
So where does the special put you at? At your IQ level or at a different level?
I mean, it's all based off your IQ, so I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I think special is just the spell type, isn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't say the difficulty type. Oh wait, regular isn't doesn't tell you what difficulty type is it either.
Yeah, they default to hard. Some of them are very hard.
Oh, they default to hard, so okay. Let me see where hard puts me at then.
But it's your skill plus your majory.
Mm-hmm. So that would be 15 minus
It's 4, isn't it?
minus 2
It's 2.
plus 2 because of my major 2, right?
Yep.
Or okay, so I would be at 15.
All right.
Oh, so I would start with the bonus then.
I mean,
Yes.
unless you put a point in it, you can't use this stuff.
Yeah, I need a land energy before I can get it.
Yeah.
Well, do you have points for
So
both? To put 2
yeah, I
points, 1
do.
point in each.
Yeah, I do. Where is it? Knowledge, healing spells, land vitality. No, not land vitality. Land energy.
You've seen this done enough by Crassus and
Adeline.
Adeline so much that you understand the basic concept. So if you want to spend the points on it, you can.
All right, I'll do it next session then, or before next session.
At the end of this one.
Yeah.
So, are we... Nope, Purple's mute himself. Nope.
Yeah, and I'll be back in a minute or two.
All right.
So now the question is, when do I kill Bolo?
Why?
Because you like your other character more?
Never said that. I just said I love it. I love the other character. Oh lordy.
Imya's completely different challenge to play.
Yeah, I have to avoid when I'm in combat. I have to avoid it and get into like a vantage point. But like in every other situation, he's really useful.
Mm-hmm.
Information gathering, infiltration, uh, problem solving too.
Yeah, done cleverly, you can avoid most of the fights in my games most of the time.
Aside that, because he's been with Darren for so long, everybody hates him already.
Darren's lasting legacy. Ah.
Yeah. People are gonna remember the stuff that Darren did and that you stood there and let him.
Yeah, watched as he's done it.
He tried to stop him so many times, but he never could.
Just didn't try hard enough. Didn't put a bullet in
Yeah, put himself in front of the bullet once and he got shot.
These things happen.
I'm lucky Adeline was there.
Yes, you're
Oh,
lucky that we
Lordy.
retconned that as well. I'm lucky that we retconned that.
Oh no, didn't he actually put himself in front of the bullet once when you were bloodthirsty?
No, Darren was never bloodthirsty.
Oh,
No,
all right.
Darren is just
Darren's just a
angry.
dick.
Yeah.
An angry
Right,
alcoholic.
bloodthirsty.
Yes. I'll tell you,
Yeah,
I'm
Fred's
bloodthirsty.
You've seen Fred hurt people more than he needed to.
Alrighty.
All right, let's
So,
get going.
are we back?
Yeah, so Jacob brings you the stuff and then boats back into town for something he doesn't specify.
Fair enough. Before the chest is open, whilst the lock's still on it, but it's unlocked, but the lock's still there, yeah? It's not until the lock springs off. Isaiah is gonna make sure the chest doesn't open by putting his hands on it or whatever. And go, we go anywhere seeing what's in here without opening it.
Barnabas shakes his head. No, it's blocking magical views.
Even though you already did the shit with the lock, yeah?
Yeah, whatever it's made of, he kind of knocks on it. It doesn't really sound like wood so much. It's almost like tapping on like granite.
So what the fuck could be in there then? If you had to make an educated guess.
I guess it'd be some sort of emergency stash, he says.
Alright. Freddy, you got a gun on you?
Of course, says Fred, as if this is a stupid question.
I mean, it is a stupid question, but Isaiah just wants to make sure. You want to take aim at this thing? Because I'm going to be able to open it. We'll make sure that if anything jumps out, we got at least one person ready to shoot it.
Alright.
Isaiah will also draw one of his pistols. And he will reach, so he's standing behind, he's going to reach over the front, remove the lock, and then open the chest.
Alright. There's a couple things in the chest.
Nothing jumps out there.
Nothing jumps out at you, no.
Okay, he'll move around the front and have a look.
There's a thing that looks kind of like a sword hilt. There's a bunch of sausages. There's something that what gun skills does Isaiah have?
Rifle, musket, pistol.
Does he have like engineering or anything?
Oh, no, he doesn't. He's not that smart. He has small arms armory.
Go ahead and roll that.
Okay, it's not good. I put a point in it.
I mean,
Come on.
better than -4.
Oh, that's on the nose. That's success by nothing.
Yeah, this thing looks like some kind of shotgun to you. It's got kind of a wide barrel.
Okay.
It's kind of bulky. It's got a good heft to it, and there's definitely a trigger. So that would be your guess as to what it is. There's also a pistol.
What pistol is it? Does he know?
You're not sure. It doesn't look. It looks almost like somebody jammed a shotgun into a handgun.
Oh, okay.
It's got some sort of like you're not sure, like large bullet at the end.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me.
Hmm?
It is a small rocket, but there's no way that these guys would know that.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Well, let's take that. But
It just looks like it has massive bullets here. It looks like it holds 3 of them.
Okay, he's gonna put it in his pack. No, we're not fighting the thing. Can he crack the shotgun? Item? Does it crack?
Make another armory roll.
There we go. That's success by 1.
I mean, you've never seen anything like this. You accidentally hit the button.
That's success by 2, by the way. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but it's so odd to you that basically your progress is accidentally hitting the magazine release.
Okay, fair enough.
And the magazine falls out.
Shit. Oh no, it's just magazine.
I mean, I don't.
Yes, there were magazine rifles back then.
Yeah, there were magazines. Yeah, so
Cartridge rifles.
yeah, you don't recognize what it has for ammo. It looks. Your guess is that it's some kind of shotgun. I mean, yeah. The pistol, you're really not sure about because you've never seen like that large of a projectile.
Weapons from the future or the past.
Yeah.
Also a necklace. It's got a kind of glimmery blue stone on it.
Okay. Barnabas, moment, please.
He looks at the guns with distaste, and then also there's underneath this stuff as you clear it out what looks like a piano,
Aha.
but it's small. In real world terms, this is a electronic keyboard. It looks just like the front panel of a piano. It's just the keys.
Okay. Rocket pistol.
And there's a couple of what looks like magazines and projectiles for the two different guns.
Okay, I'll gather all them up.
There are 4 magazines for each.
Okay.
You have no idea what happens when you pull the triggers of either of them.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll hold on for now.
Mhm.
Okay. Barnabas, you's quite a smart man. You got any idea what any of this stuff is?
He points at the stone. That's a power stone, he says.
Right. Okay. Got no idea what the fuck that is. But okay.
He looks at Enya, licks his
Emu's not
lips.
there.
Oh, right. Shit. He takes it.
I'm talking to Barnabas, not Crassus.
Yeah, no, Barnabas has picked up the stone.
Okay. So what exactly are they good for?
They allow you to use magic without burning your own energy, he says.
Right, so that'd probably help Emu then.
Yes.
Alright then, can I reach out for it?
He sighs and hands it over.
What was that, sorry?
He sighs and hands it over.
Put it in on my top pocket, on my shirt. What about the rest of this? Obviously these are guns, but holding out the shotgun and the pistol.
He looks at the sausages. What the fuck?
Yeah, what are they, do you know, actually? That'd be quite handy.
They're food, he says.
Yeah, no, I get that, but...
They just last until you eat them, I guess, he says.
Alright.
He points at the keyboard. What is that?
I do not know. Can I press one of the keys?
Mm-hmm.
I press a key.
It makes a note.
Okay.
Sounds like a piano at this point.
Okay.
Barnabas flips some buttons. Or presses some buttons and flips some things. Try now.
Presses it. Is it a drum kit?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Is
Boom, 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 boom.
is there is there a button on, you know how you can play pre-made samples? Is there anything
Yep.
there to do that? Can I press a button?
Yeah.
Happens, yeah?
Although you don't understand it at all, the
No.
two of you push buttons until stuff happens.
Alright then. I think I know how we're gonna trade at least one of them folks for this.
What about the guns, says Barnabas.
I mean, I'm gonna hold on to them, I think.
Shrugs, as if the guns are not of great interest to him.
Yep, that's fine. That's more than fine.
There's a note in the bottom, says Crassus.
What to say?
He takes it out and looks at it like he's trying to figure out how to translate it.
Damn, Floyd's an asshole.
No, it says something along the lines of, "So, you've met a Kraken. You might be wondering how to deal with the Kraken, but Effigy, today's products are here to save the day.
Oh my god, it's a sales pitch!
Oh, yes.
It goes on in this vein. Since you found this particular treasure, there is no doubt that you are trying to deal with a goblin. In that case, use the included music instrument to keep it busy. The guns are just for fun. Do not use on the Kraken. Good day. And if you have any questions, look us up on the internets at the reels off a number.
Oh god.
The internet.
We hope you're satisfied with your product.
The internets. There's nets we gotta follow now? Why the fuck we gonna find nets?
Even Barnabas looks confused. He tries to get the note to read again, but it just disintegrates.
What the fuck? Alright, damn. Well, I think we need to go get the girl at least. Maybe Amy as well.
Probably, says Crassus.
Yeah. Jeff, do you get all of that? Any of that make sense to you?
Like I said, be careful. It
What?
feeds off actual human energy, so this thing will not keep it entertained forever.
That's fine, we just need to get them two out.
Yes, once it discovers it's not able to get anything out of it, it's likely to be quite angry.
Yeah, that's fine. We will make our way in there. Hopefully Amy will not waste all his energy trying to talk to that thing too much.
Alright, well, Emi, at this point you have recovered all your energy, since it's been hours. Is there anything
I want to try if it can understand me without the spell on first. He's gonna ask a simple test like to bring his tentacle close if he understands what he said.
No.
Alright.
It does speak some kind of language, but it's definitely not English.
Alright.
If Emiya knew better, I would say it's almost Latin-esque, but he has no idea what that is, so...
Alright, so cast my spell. That would be 3 or 4 points. Let me make sure. 3 points. 1 from the necklace and 2 from myself.
Is there any left in your...
Yeah.
How many points are left in your power stone?
Now there's 1 left.
Okay. Alright.
What happens when you
It's
deplete
kind
anything or not?
slurping. It makes slurping noises to itself. What did you say, Steve?
What happens when you deplete anything or not really? The stone.
Oh, it just is out and recovers 1 a day.
Okay, so it isn't like, oh, it's broken now.
Yeah, no, it's not broken, it's just empty.
Okay.
9. Success by 7, 8. Success by 8.
Okay.
He'll say hello. I've got my energy back, so I can speak now.
You learned how to talk again, it says.
Yes.
I don't understand. You say it takes you energy to speak like a civilized person?
Well, it's more of a trick to learn how to speak your language. I have my own language, however, we seem to not share the same one.
No, of course not. We would. Your language is new.
He chuckles. I could say the same of you.
No, I'm old, it says. My kind lived for long years, it says.
He nods. Well, now that I've got my energy back, I could tell you a story. Do you mind giving her some time to rest her fingers while I tell the story?
No, of course. That's why I brought you here, so that she wouldn't, die so soon, it says.
He nods.
No, indeed, you must tell me stories, he says, if you want her to rest.
Well, I have a few in mind. I'll tell you one of our, the very first one my mentor told me during my training as a shaman.
Do tell. What the fuck is a shaman, it says.
It's a sort of. I'm not sure if you people have priests in your. Uh,
No, we
your
love priests. They, as long as there are priests.
it's our language's name of priests, you could say.
Wait, you're a priest, it says suspiciously.
In terms of speak, yes. I don't know what the clear differences are, however.
What are you a priest to, it says slightly angrily.
I'm not sure if you know that my religion, but we
I told
respect this.
religions are acceptable as long as they are for us. Are you saying you're a priest not of my kind?
Well, how we do is we respect all living creatures, no matter what they seem or what they say.
Yeah, no, that's 100% wrong, it says.
Son, you done fucked up. Stop talking now.
No, being powerful lets you impose your will on others. I'm afraid you're going to have to convert, it says.
Well, we seem to have the rest of our lives ahead of us, so
Yes, you'd best get started right now.
he nods.
It brings you a book or two.
Wouldn't you want to hear a story beforehand?
Yes, you have, an hour to figure one out, it says. I had better be the fucking protagonist.
Shit.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I have an idea.
Better.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Ages ago, at a time before man could even know the world, there lived you people, grand and great warriors and protectors of all you saw was worthy of you.
No, we're more like patrons of the art, it interrupts.
Well, if, give me a second.
I suppose there is an art in killing humans, it says, looking thoughtful. So
I was more referring to the fact of protecting art. You could protect and acknowledge it.
this is a terrible story, it says.
I haven't even gotten to the story yet.
Oh, that explains it. It waits. Would you like more fish?
Okay. There used to be a crow which would steal arts from. He'll stop. Do you do you have a name I could use? Your own would be preferable.
Oh, I don't know about that, it says. But
Well, it is to put you as the protagonist.
you may call me Erzeg of the
He
Gogol.
nod. What was that?
Erzeg of the Gogolin.
Would you prefer the whole name or just Erzeg would be fine?
Oh no, the whole thing, it says.
Erzeg of the
Remember,
Gogolin.
I am your god now.
Erzeg of the Gogolin. All right.
Yes, please worship as appropriate. Continue.
So as I was saying, there was a crow who would steal art from you, Erzeg the Gogolin.
What a prick, it says.
He nods. Try as you might, you could never find a way to grab it before you finished stealing. It lasted a few weeks before you came up with a plan.
Wait, is this like an actual crow or some sort of allegory for something else? It asks.
Oh God. We're gonna be
Our
stuck with the crow.
well,
Like, is this like a
how,
physical crow I can't catch? Are you like implying something?
how our people say it, it's a spirit that focuses on trickery and deceit that usually prefers to take the shape of a crow.
Huh. Never heard of it, but okay. Tell me how I defeat it.
He nods. It took you a while to it this rotation of deceit and trickery and theft spend a few weeks until you found a way to trick it at his own game and capture it. Within a few days of planning, you decided to attract it with what it decided to steal.
But
A
what was.
maid, your most prized maiden, one who would make the most beautiful art for you, music that can never be comprehended or replicated.
Wait, you're doing a whole thing about music and I don't get to hear it, it says? It's. It waves its tentacle. Girl! Girl!
Like I
Compose music
said, it
for this
can't be
story.
replicated.
Compose music for this story.
Oh, well done, Enya.
You do have 2 hours to come up with a good story and, the music. Hop to it, it says, and then slides away a bit.
Amy's gonna start singing.
Oh God, no, no,
Make
not
a
again.
signal.
He's gonna try to do it, the music with his voice.
Oh no.
Oh lordy,
What's gonna
do you
go
want me
on?
to roll?
Oh, yes, I do.
I only use RP to be
Please.
honest, so
Oh yes!
crit success.
Success by 5.
Not great.
Well, that's pretty good.
After a while, he'll stop singing. Shall I return to the story then?
No, no, no. Make that song with her playing, he yells.
Oh God.
I should have said a man.
Please
Oh
move.
no.
Work it out. Get the kinks out of the production. I want to see this live in 24 hours.
24 hours.
I'm being generous. Do you need another fish?
He turns to the girl. Then we'll take our 24 hours to try to come up with a well-planned choreography.
Whoever does the best job can have a blanket.
He'll stop focusing on his magic and turn to her. Well, he can't understand us, so let's just take our time and we have a full day.
What the fuck does he want? He keeps making me play, and she shakes her hands.
He
My
seems to
cramped and bleeding.
he seems to love art, so he keeps asking humans to make art for him. Man,
I've been here for days, she says exhaustedly.
mm,
Actually, if you have the energy, lending her some would not be a terrible idea.
I don't have the spell though.
Oh, I thought, oh, yeah, next time. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, she just sits down and shudders and tries to stretch her hands and wrists out.
I bought us a 24 hours. Within then, the others you saw me come in with should be back with something.
Alright. So the two of you stay there, meanwhile, back at the other place. Fred is eating one of the sausages.
Of course.
How many sausages were there, sorry?
Huh?
How many sausages were there?
500.
Oh, fuck, okay.
500. That's where all the weight came from.
Most of the chest is, in fact, made up of sausages.
That's fine. Okay, I just want to know because I'm keeping track of what we found. So, yeah, I don't think got much time left. You know, Emya ain't really that great at talking, is he? Really? He's gonna try and convince that monster to now kill him or the girl. I don't exactly trust him to do a very good job of that.
Yeah, he's, I don't know, says Fred. Sometimes he's good at talking. He has a bad problem with being honest, as in, he's honest.
Right, so he's too honest, right? Okay, I understand.
Yep.
Fuck, I hope he ain't fucking giving us away.
It's not even the freaking disadvantage I have.
Nope, but
I just want him to be.
Alright, it's alright, what are you doing with the guns?
Putting the pistol in my bag, and I want the shotgun, but I don't have the skill. Don't really want to waste points on a shotgun either. Fred, you want to go with the shotgun?
Yep, he says.
You want to take this for now? Yeah, we might see about switching things up at a later date.
Sure, he says, but I ain't gonna use it till we've seen it out of combat.
And I do not blame you, just I've kind of got enough on my back already.
Anyway, this sausage is alright, he says. He offers you one.
Take one, take a bite.
Yeah, it's actually like as soon as you bite into it, it grows warm.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's actually pretty good.
Well, I put a few away in the backpack.
Yeah, everybody takes some. There's too many for any one person to want to carry.
Yeah. Alright, so I think we need to take this mystery music machine. I think someone needs to play it, whilst someone else, i.e. myself, goes and frees Emya and the girl.
Alright. Who's doing what, says Fred?
I mean, who here is good at avoiding danger?
Probably me, says Fred.
Well, Fred, you have just volunteered yourself to be playing the mystery music machine.
I don't want to do that, he says. I don't know how to play music.
Well, you don't have to actually play, you just need to press a button and hold it.
I think you can do that, he says.
Yeah, see, I'm going to be sneaking in there and freeing Emmy and the girl.
There's a difference between sensing danger and throwing yourself into danger, says Fred.
Yeah, so you just need to be able to not get hit by its tentacles and dragged into it, put in a cage.
I mean, have you seen that thing?
I have done. I got caught by it once, but I managed to dodge it once as well. Now, I've seen you in action, I think. Yeah, hasn't he? Has he? So has they seen Fred in action?
I think you saw him training.
There we go. See, I've seen you in action, son. So I know that you was better at avoiding danger than I am.
He shrugs. I don't know.
Now,
Alright.
Fred, today is one of those days where we not gonna be able to do what we want to do. Gotta do what we got to do.
I'll do it for Imya, he says.
Alright, thank you. What about you two? Turns to Crassus and...
For a while.
Hmm?
He pokes at the buttons for a while, trying to figure out what does what.
What about you two? Turns to Barnabas and Crassus. What you two do?
Music plays.
What music plays, did you say?
Fred. Disco. What?
I missed what you said then.
Disco.
He said, disco starts playing.
What is that shit?
Well, it's kind of catchy, says Fred.
Right. Turns to Crassus and Barnabas. What are you two doing? You come with us? Are you staying here? Going back or what?
Well, since I'm not getting anything out of this, I'm going back, says Crassus.
I mean, you're getting the good feeling of, helping a valued comrade and all that shit.
No, I don't get those feelings, says Crassus.
No, I didn't think you did. Gives me a disapproving look.
Look, we all have our crosses to bear, says Crassus.
Yeah.
Mine is not giving a shit.
Yeah, that's a real hard cross to bear, ain't it?
Sometimes, he says. Sometimes.
I'm sure. I am sure. Turns to Barnabas. What about you, sir?
Well, I'm quite interested in seeing this thing, so I'll at least accompany you to the tunnel, he says.
Alright then.
Don't intend to hurl myself into danger, though.
No, I do not expect you to. But you might have some nugget of knowledge hidden away up in that head of yours that might help.
Possible.
Alright then.
Alright. You arrive eventually at the cavern.
Okay. So Isaiah's gone ahead a bit and he wants to try and sneak in.
Okay.
Is Jeff about? Is he helping with his eye?
He is. You can tell the difference between the tunnels and the air by the temperature, for instance.
Okay. That's a 13. That's a success by 2. That's not
Can I
good.
roll perception to see if I hear him or see him?
You're a ways away, but yeah, you can roll it. I'm just not going to tell you what the penalty is.
Well, never mind. 12, 13, 14. I got 16. That's
Yeah,
for hearing. That's a success by 1.
no.
Yeah.
They're a ways off across the cavern, and
No, it got success by 2 anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
that was a
the
really
monster does not hear them either, though.
Oh, thank God.
Fred is joining you. Let's see.
Oh, I thought he snuck in. I'm ahead of him.
Oh, yeah, he's staying behind. Then
Okay.
eventually, Barnabas turns up, not sneaking, and it notices that.
Mm-hmm. So I'm making my way along the wall towards the cages.
It notices you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It might not have if they hadn't come in. You'd think Barnabas would have understood your plan, but apparently he didn't.
Fair enough.
Or he wanted to interact with it, who knows.
Mm-hmm. Toy,
What
toy.
are you doing? It says. Well, you can't understand it.
Nope.
It
Play
says.
the fucking music, Fred.
Fred is bumping it and trying to get it to work.
Fred, you goddamn bastard, get it to work.
One of these buttons turned it off, he yells.
Oh my god, can I roll leadership?
Yes.
Oh, that's a failure. I think, is it? Hang on, leadership. L, there it is. Oh wait,
What
no,
do you
that is a success by nothing. So that's a success. So that's +1. Try the big red button, Fred.
Okay.
One right next to it.
He tries and gets it going. The thing looks over. What is that?
We can't understand it.
Yeah.
Neither can Emir at the minute.
Emilia, have you probably dropped the spell at this point?
You're muted, Anthony.
That's why I asked if I could cast it again.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, you've noticed your friends because it's noticed them.
That's a success. Barely.
It's angrily roaring, "Who is this tiny asshole that dares upon my caverns?" It waves angrily at Isaiah.
Even though there's music playing, yeah?
Yep.
Oh.
He turns to the music. They probably wanted to offer this as an exchange.
Well, they should have brought it instead of coming in here without it then, shouldn't they? Seems annoyed.
Yeah, can you get it to
He
go?
probably-
See Fred?
He turns to the creature. My friend probably wanted for me to cast my spell before they confronted you, since I'm the only one who can speak with you.
Well, that was a stupid plan. Ask them what they want.
He turns to Isaiah. Well, my friend wants you to look at my other friend who has the instrument.
Well, I mean, Emiya has no idea what's happening here.
Well, the music. Sorry.
Vaguely heard some music, but you don't understand what a piano would be doing down in the cave.
It doesn't
You don't
sound
even
like
know
piano
what
either.
it is, probably. So you really don't know what's happening other than the fact that you can now see Isaiah having snuck partway along the wall.
Well, he did tell me to go to Fred, and I'm guessing he's at the entrance of the cave, since I don't see him anywhere.
Mm-hmm. But you, like I said, you don't understand
Okay.
what they're going after or where the music's coming from, honestly.
He'll turn to Isaiah. Where is Fred?
He's at the entrance. He's playing music. Get the mouse to go over there.
All right, he'll say that exactly. My friend wanted you to go to the entrance of the cave because that's where the offering is to for the exchange.
Exchange, it says?
Exchange?
Well,
What the fuck you talking about?
give me a second. I don't know. You said the music. I'm guessing you want to give the thing to the music to it.
Yeah, but we ain't
What the
exchanging nothing. I'm here to steal you and the girl. Just get the monster away from these cages.
What did the creature say, Lurp?
It's waiting for you to tell it what's going on.
Well, he'll turn to the creature again. He wants you to look at the where the music comes from to see if you want to keep it for yourself. I I don't really understand what's I don't understand what's going on. He just wants you to look at the instrument.
Bring it to me then.
He turns to Isaiah. He wants.
I not go to the world, it comes to me, it says loudly.
He turns to Isaiah. He wants the instrument to come to him. Or the music, I don't know.
Shit.
Sounds like an instrument.
Fred, you're gonna have to come in.
Oh good, he says. What plan now?
I don't really know. So winging it.
I think I need more than that. It says to... Fuck it, he comes walking out.
Can I continue?
Ooh,
So, where is the monster looking right now? At Fred.
at least at Fred, but its other eyes watching the cages.
Ugh. Ah. So it's not watching me then?
I mean, you're in its peripheral vision, but it's not... I mean, you don't think it's watching?
Okay. Fred, if we have to go loud, how do you feel about that?
I feel it's a terrible idea, he says.
You got any other idea?
I don't know, what's your current plan?
I'm winging my current plan. My current plan failed as soon as you and Barnabas walked in.
He looks at Enya.
Who does?
Fred, what is the plan?
Trade the instrument for Denise. It can definitely fulfill her role.
What happens to you? He says.
He looks at the creature. If he feels like it's worth two people, then we'll just leave the instrument and both of us go free. I still have my spell on, so.
What if I built a third cage? It says to Enya.
A third cage for the instrument?
Well, I'll need the person playing it too, of course. It says.
Yeah, that instrument ain't exactly like an instrument. You know, you can make it do stuff and walk away from it.
He'll turn to the creature. The instrument can play by itself, so.
Now, your characters probably are familiar with this concept because they did have like a lot of the bars had the auto-playing pianos.
Yeah.
So like this is not a totally mystical concept to you, although it is unfathomably small.
Mm-hmm.
So he turns to the creature. My friends say the instrument can play by itself, so you wouldn't need any human to play it for you.
No, I require a human to play it, it says.
He cocks his head. Then why not have I play it?
Okay, let's see if you're any good, it says.
I'll need some time to get used to the keys.
In a way that suggests it's telling Fred to give the thing to you, but Fred doesn't understand what it's doing.
He tells Fred to give the instrument to it.
What?
It wants to give the instrument to me.
Alright, Fred gives you the keyboard.
Can I try and hide while they're doing that? Is there any rocks or anything to hide behind?
There's not much out in the cave, but you could retreat to the tunnel.
No, I want to be in the cave. I'll keep standing where I am then.
Alright. Alright, Enya, you now have the keyboard. It's playing some sort of horrible drums and melody randomly mashed together. I mean, none of the presets are actually, like, unlistenable, but they're all...
Oh, please find some jungle. Please find electronic one.
You have no idea how it works. The thing has buttons and switches on it, and the keys, which are like piano keys.
He's gonna turn to everyone. Does anybody know how to work this thing?
Press the buttons.
So
Oh.
you don't either. Good.
No, press the buttons. They do different things.
Fred motions at one of the buttons. Don't push that. That turns it off and back on.
All right. He starts pressing buttons to try to figure out anything.
It's playing the preset stuff as you're randomly hitting keys and roll a music skill, I guess. See how it turns out.
I don't have music per se, but I do have some like music related stuff.
Now this is full on piano playing, basically.
Okay. So it's IQ with a minus then.
Yep.
10, 13.
Seen pianos inside like the bars and stuff, but I don't think he's ever played one.
No. 13.
I mean, that's not too bad. You figure out after a couple minutes that certain notes sound, better in conjunction with the stuff it's automatically playing. So you kind of figured that out and are able to press keys without it sounding totally discordant.
Okay, he's gonna keep doing that.
Interested.
Could
It's
sorry, go
stopped
ahead.
attention to you as a...
Okay, but it's now paying attention to Jimmy though, isn't it?
He's paying attention to Imya and the instrument.
Jimmy, we need to go.
I know. Could you, since I can fill her role, would you be willing to let her go now?
It thinks. I don't like letting things go. But I suppose that is a fair trade. Besides, she's not very good, he says. But I will keep her instrument.
He nods.
That's fine.
He turns to her. Do you mind leaving your instrument here?
Fuck no, she says. I'm never gonna play again.
She's okay with giving you the instrument.
Okay.
It seems we've come to an arrangement then.
Yes, get out of here. It opens the cage and kind of shoves her out.
Can I move forwards and guide her towards the cave entrance?
Yes.
Alright, I'll do so.
Would you like some more fish? It asks.
That would be appreciated.
You still have like 25 pounds of fish left.
I know.
You had 15 pound. You had 15 pounder. Then you had another fish. That was the third fish. So you got like 45 pounds of fish.
Yeah, this fish is about 30 pounds of fish.
Jesus Christ. 60 pounds of fish.
It's almost gonna freaking break the cage.
Yeah, 30 pounder is not a small fish.
I think you should be eating more, it says, poking at him. You are too skinny. Eat. I play you the music of my people.
He lets the keyboard go then and leaves the auto music play then and acts like he's gonna start eating.
Like blubbering and squealing. It's absolutely horrendous.
Can we have an RP performance of that, please? Just for the full immersion.
Yeah,
Yes.
Hold on. I'll find a thing. I know what I have in mind. Let's see. See if I can find it though.
I thought it was worth a shot, but if he's going to just find a recording.
If it loses attention in Imya and focuses on its music, Imya's gonna try to slip out as a spider.
No, don't go yet. Wait till we're gone.
Oh, I thought you guys were already gone.
No, we're leaving. We're not gone.
Oh.
Wait till it falls asleep.
It doesn't sleep.
Oh, good point.
It was sleeping. We thought when we first got in here.
Oh, bagpipes, yeah. Oh, can you hear it?
It's really bad though. Also, some of the noises sound more like farts or vomiting.
I'll have you know.
Oh my god.
What do you think? It asks him. Is not the language of my people. Music.
It's very unique, that's for sure.
What do you mean unique? It says.
Unique in our language usually means irreplicable.
It
Something
lit its eyes at you.
like how you would say a work of art is usually unique as trying to replicate it just sours the creation.
All art is derivative, it says condescendingly.
If that's so, then why do you always seek it?
I mean, I like it nonetheless. Doesn't disprove my point, it says. Now, human, work on that song.
He didn't even take him like a few minutes he didn't even get time to eat.
It does. It waves part of a fish at you. I don't think you're eating enough, human. Look at all this extra fish you asked for.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten the chance to eat.
Well, eat. I will give you a whole 3 minutes, it says.
Oh, how close are we to the door by now, by the way? Sorry.
What?
How close are we to the door now? To the
You're
entrance?
in the cavern mouth now.
Oh.
Or beyond, if you wish.
I would have given the niece to the others, and then gone back to the door and said, Ymir, we're gone now. Whatever you're doing, do it quick. Then I would have rushed off
He
back with
nods.
them. Well, I don't see you nod, so.
No, yeah.
Last thing you hear is the squeal of, like, bagpipes and dying pigs.
I sure hope that ain't Ymir making that sound. He ain't gonna last for long.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He turns to the creature. I'll need to recover a bit while I eat, so I won't be able to speak. I'd appreciate it if you kept your music going.
Certainly it says setting off a volley of, like, armpit honking noises.
And now he can't understand it anymore.
Beatboxing and farts.
So at the moment he sees that it's a bit focused on its music and less on Imya, he's going to turn into a spider and hop out of the cage.
All right. Let's see if it sees this.
It's focused on its music, though, isn't it?
Well, it is, but he didn't wait very long.
No, I'm saying he's going to wait until the.
I mean, you have to make a guess on that.
Okay.
It's hard to do body language on this thing.
So you're saying I can roll body language to try?
One eye cocked towards the tunnel, too, so... Oh, it notices you disappear.
Shit.
What the fuck?
He's gonna try to just slink on over without making too much movement.
It starts flopping towards the tunnel entrance.
Shit.
You hear it going, "Arr!
That don't sound too good.
Trickery!"
he turns back so he can scream, "Run!"
He turns back.
He turns back into a human so he can scream,
Why
"Run!"
did you do that? No. Alright.
It flops a tentacle around you. You can try to make a dodge.
Why did you transform back?
Who? Wait,
You.
who?
You.
No, I'm asking Lerp who's.
You.
The thing is grabbing at you.
Emia.
Oh,
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
Since you appeared practically amongst its tentacles. Possibly this is better than it accidentally squishing you.
Why did you transform back?
3. Okay, that's a fail. He would turn back after he said run, but if you won't let me, that's fine.
What trickery is this? It says. Are you trying to leave? I thought we had an agreement, human priest that worships me.
It was an ability I thought you would appreciate. I should have told you so beforehand.
Clearly, it says its voice dripping with venom and fart noises. Oh, my orifices, it says. Let's get you back in your cage, shall we?
He nods. And he's gonna attempt to freaking play the music again.
You see its tentacles rustling within the lake. Meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing?
That didn't sound too good.
Should we stay? Should we go? Says Fred, who's pulled back away from the tunnel entrance. Back beyond tentacle reach, he figures.
Go. Is the goal there?
Hmm?
Is the goal there?
Yep.
What's your name?
Also, huh?
What is your name, ma'am?
Man, she had a name,
She did.
but I don't remember what the hell it was.
Neither do I.
It's been a while.
What's
I'll just call her Jeanette.
Jess. Oh,
Jess? Okay.
Jess.
Fine.
There we go. Jeff and Jess is
Jess
brilliant.
Alright.
Can you swim?
Yes, she says.
Alright, then. Ah. Right. So. Fuck. Fred, how do you feel about staying down here whilst I take Jess here and bond us back?
It's fine, he says.
Alright, I will come back. Don't you worry about that.
Alright. You guys mind if we wrap up a little early?
No,
Sure.
go for it.
I'm starting to have nauseous sweats and stuff.
Okay, that's fine. Do you want to call it here or?
If that's alright with you.
Yeah, go sure.
We'll still plan on Wednesday though?
Yep.
So next week I'm starting classes back up again.
Okay.